1005 pages long. Couples who kill together stay together. Can I help? Amazon is spying on me, but like hooking me up with the deals. There's a dog just... Yeah. I buy a fair amount of books in my day-to-day life, and I've never done a book haul, so I thought, why not talk through the books that I've bought since the 1st of June. 1st of June was my starting point, and most of these are ebooks because I'm just a sucker for 99p Kindle ebook. They are the bane of my existence, but also the best thing in the world. But my problem is I always buy them and forget I have them, and then they never end up getting read. So by putting them out publicly, I'm holding myself accountable to actually read these. So there are a couple of physical books, but mostly we do have ebooks. So I'm just gonna get started. So the first book I bought was The Bride Test by Helen Wang. I bought this because I read The Kiss Quotient a few months ago and I really enjoyed it, but my friend Sammy absolutely raves about The Bride Test. She read it I think last month or the month before, and I think it's one of her favourite books that she's read this year, and I was like, okay, fine. It was only like £2. Again, an ebook because they're cheaper. Again, it's a romance. I primarily read romance, as we all know. And I'm excited. I think it's a continuation or spin-off of The Kiss Quotient, and I'm excited to read it because The Kiss Quotient was super cute and I have high hopes. The second book I bought was A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. This is one I see everywhere. I've never actually read a V.E. Schwab book, and I'm really excited because I hear people talking about it all the time. I know she has a new book coming out in October, September-ish, and I just thought, why not? It was cheap. I think it was like £2, £2.50. I always hear on people's bookshelves, and I just thought, why not, you know? Next I bought To Kill a Kingdom by Alexandra Christo. Again, I've seen this one a fair amount. I think Cindy from Read With Cindy really likes this, and then my friend Taylor bought it and told me it was on sale, and so she didn't love it, but she compared it to Six of Crows, which she hated but I really liked, so I feel like I will like this. It's a fantasy about a siren, I believe. I don't know, it just sounds like something that's right up my alley, and I really think I'm gonna love it. But again, I bought it over a month ago now, and I just keep forgetting. I'm really excited for this one in particular because I'm getting quite into my fantasy now, and I think this will be a good one. Speaking of fantasy, I've said before, my aversion to adult fantasy is something that I'm working on, and I just every day I look at the Kindle daily deals to see what's 99p because I'm a Kindle daily deal addict. And I went on there the one day and they had The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson on sale for 99p. So again, my boyfriend really loves Brandon Sanderson books and he loves this book. I'm terrified of it. I bought it because I'll get to it at some point. When I found out that it was 1005 pages long, 1005 pages long. 1000. I don't read books typically over 600 pages. 1000 is pushing it. But yeah, you know it's bad when you go to download the book and it tells you that it might take some time because of the size of the file. I've never had that happen to me before and I'm just terrified. Sorry, did you quite get that I was saying 1000 pages? Yeah, again, just adult, high fantasy, the hardcore fantasy that I am scared of. But I hear people talking about it and it's supposed to be really good, so one day. Next book I bought was Well Met by Jen DeLuca. This is a rom-com. I love romance, we know this, and I believe this is enemies to lovers. About two people who meet at a Renaissance fair, I think, and I'm really excited for it. I'm reading this for a video. Cheeky little plug. I'm excited to get to it because again, I love romance, I love enemies to lovers. It's a win-win. Next is a bit of a random one, and that is One by John Mars. I had never heard of this book, and last month I read The One by Kira Cass, which is the third selection book, and I was talking to my friends and I said I was reading The One, and one of them said to me, oh, is that this one about people have kind of soulmates or something along those lines? There's like one person that they're like meant to be with, and I was like, no, but that sounds really interesting. And then like 2 days later it popped up on a Kindle Daily deal, and I was like, Amazon is spying on me, but like hooking me up with the deals. So I bought it because I'll tell you, one of my favourite episodes of Black Mirror is Hang the DJ. I absolutely adore that episode, and it seems like a very similar concept. I've seen this episode so many times. Oh, it's so good if you haven't seen it. I think I don't know, but it's called Hang the DJ, and it is so cute, and I loved it. So I'm really excited to get to this because it gives me a similar vibe, and 99p, can't go wrong. Next is a thriller by Peter Swanson, and that is Rules for Perfect Murders. Weirdly, I had this on my list, but I think it used to be called 8 Perfect Murders. I don't know why the title changed, but I'm like 99.9% sure it's the same book. I love a thriller, and as I said in my wrap-up, I've kind of had a bad streak with thrillers lately, and nothing has really done it for me. So, but I've heard good things about this one. I think Chandler read it in her, in one of her thriller videos, and that was where I saw it and I added it to my list. Again, 99p. So I think it is about somebody who is going around and recreating famous fictional murders, and that just sounds really interesting and really fun. I also bought another Peter Swanson book called The Kind Worth Killing. Again, thriller, murder. I think this one is about a couple who start killing together because, you know, relationship goals, am I right? Kind of like My Lovely Wife. That was really fun. So I think I'm really gonna like this one because I just love the idea of that. It just seems, not as in like in real life, it just seems like a fun concept, something a little bit different. Couples who kill together, stay together. I tried, I forgot that was supposed to rhyme, and then it just... Next up is Every Heart a Doorway by Sean Maguire. This, again, Sammy, if you're watching, this is for you. Please ignore the dog ears in the corner of the frame. Anyway, yeah, so the Wayward Children series I've seen around a lot, and the books are quite short from what I know, and you can only buy them physically in hardcover, and they're like £12. I can't justify spending £12 on a book that's less than 200 pages because that just hurts my soul. So I was like, oh, okay, wherever, like I'll get to it at some point, my library doesn't have them, and yeah, so I just added them to my list. And then the first one went on sale for like £2 on Kindle. Sammy loves it, and a lot of people love it. I don't know too much about it, but I think each child in the series has their own word. I don't really know how to explain it because I haven't read it, but I'm excited. Next up is another rom-com because we all know I love a rom-com, and that is The Love Square by Laura Jane Williams. So Laura Jane Williams wrote Our Stop, which I read at the start of the year and I really enjoyed. It's kind of my first rom-com I'd read, and it's definitely not my favourite, but at the time I loved it. Just a fun kind of book to read, to pick you up a bit, nothing serious, just put a smile on your face, you know? And this one I think is quite new, but it was on sale. How many times can I say 99p Kindle sale? But yeah, just a fun, happy book about a girl with 3 potential love interests. What's she gonna do? who knows? Again, another rom-com I bought was Don't You Forget About Me by Mary McFarlane. I bought If I Never Met You ages ago and I haven't read it yet, even though I know a lot of people love it and I'm probably gonna love it. I always do this. And I need to stop. Please somebody hold me accountable for purchasing books and then actually reading them. My Kindle is so backed up with books I haven't read and it's just ridiculous. But anyway, this one, another rom-com, and I know I'm gonna love If I Never Met You, so I saw this one on sale, so I thought I might as well buy it now. So it's there when I want it, you know? I don't really know anything about it, to be honest with you. I'm not even gonna lie. I just know it's romance, therefore I buy. So the next two books I bought were China Rich Girlfriend and Rich People Problems by Kevin Kwan. These are the second and third books in the Crazy Rich Asians series. I didn't even really know it was a series until a couple of months ago, and I have the first book. I haven't read it yet, but a couple of my friends really like them, so these two were on sale, picked them up, they were there, again they're there when I want them, and now I have the whole series and I can just binge them. Next is an exciting one because I only heard about this last month, and it is Only Mostly Devastated by Sophie Gonzalez. This I'd never heard of, and then a couple of my friends were talking about it, and I was like, sorry, I need this in my life. And it was pitched to me as a gay retelling of Grease. I'm sorry, does that not sound like the best thing in the world? I love Grease. Make it gay, why not? Like, I'm here for it. So I'm really excited for this one. It'll be something a little bit different for me, and I'm excited. It just sounds so fun. I can't wait. And the cover is really pretty as well, and I'm excited. Another romance I bought, again, my friends were talking about it, and then it went on sale, and that is Fix Her Up by Tessa Bailey. Isenia, I think it was, said that she really likes this book, and why not add to my ever-growing list of romances? I just devour romance like no other genre, so I feel like even without really knowing what they're about, I buy them. Because like 9 times out of 10 I love them, so... And this seems really cute, and I don't know, I'm excited. I just get so excited about romance. I always have one on the go. I just love them, you know? Like, I don't know what to say. I don't know how people can read books without romance. It just brings me so much joy. Okay, so we're down to the last 2 ebooks that I've bought in the last month, and then we can get to the physical ones. First up is one that I'm not proud of. And it is After by Anna Todd. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't really want to talk about this too much. Look, I was talking to my friend about it, and it went on sale and I bought it, okay? That's all we need to say. The last ebook I bought was Eligible by Curtis Sittenfeld, I can't remember, but again, it was 99p, and I actually had my eye on it for a while because I'm planning a video where I read a classic and a retelling, maybe watch the movie too, and compare and contrast. I don't read classics literally ever, and I just thought a fun way to kind of get myself into them would be to, you know, read something a bit more modern and the classic, see how I find either. So this one is a retelling of Pride and Prejudice. I don't know, it could be absolute rubbish, but we'll see, I guess. Alexa, play Cardigan by Taylor Swift. Hi, this is editing Skylar just popping in because I filmed this video a while back and I've bought more books. So I thought I'll just, while the video hasn't gone up, I'll just chuck them in and tell you now because I have some more. Again, these are all ebooks, all on sale, you know, just the usual. It's just, I don't buy books full price, like literally ever, unless it's one that I've been looking forward to. So, without further ado, let's get going. First up, to carry on from the last one that I mentioned, I think it was the last one, was Eligible. Again, I said I was going to do some kind of classics versus retellings thing, and I was browsing on Amazon and I came across another one called Wasted Words by Stacey Hart. This is an Emma retelling. I've never read Emma, but this was actually free on Kindle, so I was like, I might as well pick her up now. I don't know anything about it. I don't know if it's any good. I haven't looked her up on Goodreads, but I thought, why not? It goes with the videos that I'm planning, so we'll see. I also bought All Eyes on Us by Kit Frick, which is I think it's a YA thriller. I believe it's sapphic, I believe. There was a bunch of YA thrillers that went on sale. I saw it on Twitter and I just thought, why not? 99p, pick one up. I don't think I've really read any YA thrillers. I have a couple, but I haven't read them yet. So just another one to add to my list. Next was a book that I actually already own, but it's Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. I really enjoyed this. I have a physical copy, but I don't know, if I really like a book, I like to have another copy on my Kindle because then I just kind of have it with me. 99p, why not? I don't know, I have it now. I have Casbareka to take with me wherever I wish. One I found the other day I got really excited about, and that is Clap When You Land by Elizabeth Acevedo. I've never read any of her books, but I've heard great things. A bunch of my friends have read some of her books and absolutely rave about her all the time. I've never read any, but it was on sale. I don't think I need to keep saying this, I think you know by now that they were all on sale. But I'm excited, I've heard great things. I believe this one is told in verse, I could be wrong. I can never remember which ones are told in verse and which ones are not, but I'm excited nonetheless. Next was The Darkest Part of the Forest by Holly Black. I read the Fog of the Air trilogy a couple of months ago, absolutely fell in love with it. I haven't read any other Holly Black books. I think this is another fairy book. My friend Taylor was reading it the other day and I knew it was on sale, but I didn't really think about picking her up. But she said it was decent, so I did, because I'm easily swayed and easily peer pressured. And then I found one that I've had on my wish list, I've had on my Goodreads list for a long time, and that is The Wrath and the Dawn and The Rose and the Dagger, which is a duology. And I saw this on Twitter months ago and there was little snippets of the romance and I was like, yeah, I think I need this. So I've had it on my list for a long time, and then I was actually on Instagram and I had a sponsored post saying that it was on sale on Kindle, and the first one was 99p, the second was £1.99. So a full duology for like £3, you can't go wrong really. So I'm really excited actually to read this. And also my friend Lisa just today posted that she'd read this and she really liked it, so I'm excited. I'm really enjoying fantasy at the moment. And lastly, in ebooks we have the 5th season by N.K. Jemisin. This is adult fantasy, I believe. As I've said, I'm still trying to dip my toe into adult fantasy. N.K. Jemisin is one I've seen around a lot, heavily recommended, and actually her book, The 100,000 Kingdoms, is one I've had my eye on for a while, but I have seen the 5th season around on Twitter, and again, she was the Kindle Daily deal. That's all my ebooks up to date for you. You're welcome. Now, I'm done, okay? This is the end, I promise. I'm not going to buy any more books, I promise. Well, nobody actually believes that. Okay, so now we get on to physical books. I only have 4 because I really try and limit myself on physical books, especially because I got a bunch last month and for my birthday, so I'm trying to calm down on that. I'm actually on a book buying ban right now because I need to work through the books I actually own, hence this video. So the first one is Warstorm by Victoria Aveyard. I actually finished this the day before yesterday. I have thoughts. Are they good? I don't know. It gave me a lot of feelings, not all of them good. I felt betrayed, I felt sad, I might have shed a tear at the end. Things didn't quite work out the way I wanted them to, but hey ho, it's the end of the series. Also, this book is huge. Do you remember earlier I was talking about how I don't like big books? Yeah, it's like nearly 700 pages, which for me is a long ass book. So this took me a few days, and then was it worth it? I don't know. I didn't hate it, I'm just mad because things didn't go my way. Next up we have Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. I went through a real thing a couple of weeks ago where I was like, I really want to read mythology. I just want to read more mythology. I want it in my life. And Madeline Miller I see about a lot. This one and her other book, Circe, or Circe, I don't know, I never know how to say it. But this one I really was interested in, and just look how beautiful the cover is. This is the Bloomsbury Modern Classics edition, and I love it a lot. It's kind of, I don't know, it's really pretty. It's like matte, and I don't understand this, but it's paperback, and it has a fold out, like nothing in it, so I don't really know why. I'm excited to get to it. I think I'm gonna love it, and maybe I'll start getting into more mythology. Almost at the end, we have the Fallen in Love montage by Kira Smith, I think it's Kira. This one I've seen fairly recently, all over my book Twitter, and it is sapphic romance. I live for that, and I'm excited. I've heard nothing but good things, and I can't wait. Also, how much do you love the cover? Like, just the colours and the like carnival theme. I don't know, I just love it. And last but not least, we have Heartstopper Volume 2. I'm really excited for this. I'm gonna read this today or tomorrow, and I can't wait. I loved Heartstopper Volume 1. I loved Radio Silence. I'm excited to read this, and I just know I'm gonna love it, and then I'm gonna need Volume 3 as soon as possible, and also the colouring book. Do you know, it's taken everything in me not to buy the colouring book. I need all things Heartstopper, all things Alice Oseman in my life. That's all the books I bought in the last month and a half, and I'm really excited for all of them. I just need to actually get myself to read them. If you have read any of them, please let me know which ones should I get to first, which ones should I put at the top of my list, because I need help. I'm overwhelmed with books to read. So all of these I have not read. The only one I've read is Warstorm, so please let me know what I should read. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.